Hi, so glad you could join us today. I'm Bob Ross and we're going to be painting a rather beautiful thing that we will be calling How to Save 250 Quid by Painting Up These Knuckles. For this job today we're going to be needing some liquid white, otherwise known as hammeroid crust, a 1-inch brush and a container. And we've got plenty of room for happy accidents. So we're just going to take the brush and the knuckle and just dance on a little bit at a time. I haven't lost my mind, honest, genuinely. Roll VT. Greetings friends, and welcome back to the Crusty Diaries series, episode 2 today, and we are going to be going deep on protection. You see, Scarlett has been a little bit loosey-goosey when it comes to being protective over the years, and well, it's clearly paid the price as everything is quite heavily corroded. Not sure if you're aware of that or not. So, today's job, we are starting off with, quite frankly, a lot of very boring sanding back with the drill. I won't make you watch all of it, I'll give you an idea and then we'll flip to the next part. So yes, what do we need? All these little wire wheels, some sort of a drill, and we need to start by getting off the inner protective cover, which I'm pretty sure will probably reveal even more rust. Let's get to it. So to begin, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts to get off, which are all 8mm, and then some of these little plastic clips that come off with a star screwdriver. Ordinarily there would be another couple of bolts underneath this side, but you know, weight saving bra, Scarlett ain't got those ones, so let's get to it. 8mm I believe these are, and they're heavily corroded. Now for these wee plastic doodads. 1, 2, you've got to make love to them to get them out. And there we have it. I believe this should now just all pop out. There we go. Oh, there it comes, along with years of crap in behind there. Oh look! I wondered what happened to that. You know how I did a whole video that I've now scrapped to change over the clutch master and slave cylinders? That's the old cap. Well, there we go. A bit of weight saving. More importantly, how does this all look? No major holes, so that's good. Yeah, it's all still pretty much solid. Time to get grinding. This job is nasty, by the way, and I mean properly nasty. So I've got protection again today for this one. I'm going to get all steamed up and ready to go. So let's start off with extreme measures. Put one of these in and get started. So we'll just take the bits of grass off first. Right, let's get on with this. This is going to be nasty. It's as I thought. At some point there's been some sort of paint job done, but it's not protection wise, it's just to cover up the old shit. Don't know when that's been done, probably years ago to be honest. I mean, there isn't really any need for me to go right back because underneath that is bare metal, so I don't need to go back to that. I just need to kind of tidy up as much of this crust as possible. What I'll do is I'll do this and then we'll be right back, because I don't think you really want to sit here and watch me do the entirety of all this, do you? You what? Oh, you do? Oh, alright then, I'll get on with it.
One eternity later.
That is, believe it or not, the worst of it off. That's a killer. Now it's time to get my Bob Ross on, after I've degreased this and cleaned it up and whatnot. Again, I'll be right back. Welcome back, and great to have your company. We're just going to beat the devil out of it. We take some of the Hammerite crust white and just dance in a nice little bit of it. You want to be using a 2-inch brush? Get it right in there. Remember, a little goes a long way when you're doing these things. It just gets in there, moves itself around, and just like a happy little rusty paint. You want to make sure that you've got plenty of coverage going everywhere. Get into all the little spaces. Just let your mind relax. Just beating the devil out of it again. Just in this corner. And there you have it. With that now all done, it's just a case of leaving that for at least 3 hours, coming back to it, seeing if it needs another going over, and then, yeah, painting it. Now, rather than watch paint dry, it would be good if we had something else to be getting on with, like separating a ball joint from a Knuckle that would cost £140 to replace for each corner. Oh yeah, we do have that to do. Let's do that. Alright, back where we left off in the last episode. The Knuckle, and the 2 ball joints that we need to get removed. Now, in order to do this, basically, I'm going to use the Dremel, I'm going to get in there, and I'm going to saw that back, and then do the same on this side. And hopefully, that should take the castle nuts off. So, yes, as in the last episode, safety first and all that. Get my protective goggles on, my disc cutter. The good thing is about doing it this way is actually there's a bit more room to work with. So yeah, let's see what happens here. There we go. 1 castle nut. Absolutely wedged in there, but it's in there. That's all we want, really. Get that out of there. There we go. First one off, let's get the second one off. Yes! Look at that! God, I'm good at everything now. I am a mechanical genius! No, I know I'm not, but you know. Right, that's that bit done. Next step, we need a more heavy duty one of these than what we used for the, what do you call it again? A mechanical genius! Oh yeah, the track rod ends. Mechanical genius.
A mechanical genius!
Get it lubed up. Ready to go. This is going to make one heck of a clang once it comes off. So get that in there. Seat that in place. And this will go flying off, so I better watch what I'm doing. Yay! Yeah. Same again. There we go. Ah, that's 140 quid a side, that. Now I just need to get this all sanded down, tidied up, and then, I've always wanted to do this. Here's one I prepared earlier. There you are, see, look, that one's already been kind of tidied up. That's got the Kurust on it just now, doing its thing, working its magic. And this one, we are going to get it all cleaned up right now. So, there's what it will look like before it gets painted. And that's what it looks like currently. So, we'll get it all sanded down. I know I haven't taken out the bolt that's in there. There's a good reason for that. This come off the driver's side, and I want to remember that this has come off the driver's side. So even though it does say they are under there, which you can't actually see anything on this one yet, you couldn't see they are on that until I started grinding it all back. But yeah, now you can. But yeah, I'll maybe try and get that out of there at some point, but I don't think it's mission critical, to be honest. Right. Thank God that's done. I was worried about that, but yeah, that's the old wishbone. Look at the absolute state of that. I'll show you it under there. Yeah, that's nasty. And that's the old end, which is, I mean, I would show you the new one, but trust me, it's a lot stiffer than that. And the old ball joint flew off into the neighbour's garden. Right, let's get on with this. This is basically the same as doing the wheel arches, only it's nowhere near as much of a pig of a job. Shouldn't take too long, but yeah, let's speed through this. Safety glasses on. Here we go. And there we have it. Now it doesn't matter that it's not completely, you know, rust free, because it's going to get converted in a minute. And what I thought we would do is, as a bit of a challenge for this, we're going to go from this one, which has been done in Kurust, and this one I'm going to do in Rust Converter. It has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that I have run out of Kurust, and I realise that it's the better product. That's nothing to do with that at all. If you think that, then you're wrong. Plain wrong. That's All I have to say to you, you're totally wrong about that. So what I've done, I've got that one already done in Kurust. This one we're going to do it in the other stuff. And what I'm going to do to make this a fair fight, I'm going to get that cleaned up first and I'll be back in a moo. Alrighty, it's been cleaned up, prepped up, ready to go. Now let's get the Jenolite on it. Oh, not bother doing any Bob Ross, this is a scientific experiment now. What I'll do is I'll get this painted up and then I'll leave it overnight and come back to it in the morning. We're supposed to, like, it says, especially for the crust which is on the front wheel arches, you're supposed to leave that for 3 hours and then paint it, but it's not to rain tonight, so hopefully that'll be fine, and then I can come back to it in the morning because it's still a bit wet and I don't want to paint over the wet bits. So yes, let's do it. This does look a lot more foamy than the Kurust. Very foamy, very white. I like the fact that the crust ends up black. So apparently this stuff does as well, but I've read some mixed reviews online. So yeah, it will be interesting to see what that looks like in the morning. So we'll leave everything overnight, see what happens in the morning. For you, this will be literally the work of like an edit. For me, it's going to take many hours, but yeah, for you, it's going to be just like this. See, I told you it would be the blink of an eye. So it's the next day, and it's clear to see that we have a winner. This is what the Kurust version looks like, and this is what the Jenolite one looks like. That's yeah, I mean, it's a bit white and that's all nice and black, so and I had to give this a second coat because after about 2 hours it had kind of dried, but it just didn't look very good at all. So yep, I'd say that the Kurust is the better option for definite. And this is what the wheel arches look like now that they have had a couple of coats of the Kurust and one coat of that other god-awful stuff. To be honest, that's bloody impressive that it's actually tidied them up. Now though, it's time to get on to the next stage, which is this stuff, and I'm actually going to use Jenolite anyway. Got a pack of 3 of these. Should be enough to get the front sorted. Again, don't worry, I won't make you watch this. We'll skip to the end. I shall see you shortly. Oh yeah, I'm going to also paint these up as well. See if these actually end up looking the same. Yeah. After that's done, I'll show you the final result. Be a couple of hours doing this. I've had lots of practice doing this, mind you, so shouldn't be a problem.
"2,000 years later."
And with that, it's all done. 4 coats later, a couple of hours, leave it to dry in between each coat. I know it says 15 minutes, but yeah. With that, it's all done. I've got to be honest, I think that looks pretty decent. And on that note, we'll call it quits for today. That is pretty much all the rust protection all now done. In the next episode, we will be doing the rebuild of the front suspension. Rather exciting times, don't you think? As always, if you have been, thank you very much for watching. Take care and all that good stuff, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Do 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 do.